Okay, so welcome to part two of the Alchemist. Alchemist. And in chapter one, we learned that he was too naive, N-A-I-V-E, naive. In Burmese, we say nona ara, dona. So he was too naive. He trusted the stranger too much. And, but now he is having a problem. He is having a problem. He doesn't have money and now he is lost in Africa. So this is it. This is where we stopped, and this is where we begin, right? Where we start again. So let's get started. And in this part, in this part two, everything is very interesting. So let's get started. So now you can see that Santiago, right? He didn't have money. He was looking for food, but he was for a while after he got cheated, after he got lied. He he was thinking to himself as a victim, but then right he thought that why do people lie, right? Because he is such a good person, right? So he was thinking about it, but then he realized that he should keep going. So he was in Africa. He was looking for a job. He was a good person, right? He didn't have a plan to steal, to take something illegal, of course. He was looking for a job, and then he found a job. He found a shop that was near the top of a big hill, right? And so he went inside, and he saw a man. In the book, the author wrote that he is a merchant owner, but I will use the word the owner of the shop. So the owner of the shop, he was moody, grumpy. He was not happy because his shop used to be very successful, right? Used to be, yeah. Pero right now it's not anymore, right? Used to be very successful. His shop, right, used to sell a lot of crystal glasses. Now the shop sold crystal glasses. So crystal is it means like a special kind of glass, right? Decorated. So people cut and they decorate the glasses, right? So it's really nice. It's very bright and really great. So he went inside and he told the man, or he told the owner of the shop, uh, because in the shop the owner did not hadn't cleaned for a long time, right? Because now the owner had a lot of competitors, uh, because down the hill, because the shop, right, his shop was near the top of a big hill, and but down the hill there were a lot of crystal shops like him, so people didn't come up and trying to buy something from him, not anymore, because right, because for them it was very convenient, right, to buy crystal glasses, right, the down the hill, right? So the owner, right, he was not happy, and Santiago saw that his shop had a lot of dust and spider webs, you can see. And he said to the man that I will clean everything, dirty in your shop, and can you give me some food? So the owners didn't say yes or no. So Santiago started cleaning. As soon as he started, finished cleaning, two customers came into the shop and they bought something. And the owner was surprised that, oh, this young man is not a normal person, right? He is a very lucky man to me, or for me. So he took him to lunch. Okay, he took him to lunch and he gave him some food. So Santiago ate the food that he gave. All right. So what happened next? Well, next, while they talked to each other, Santiago told the dream that he was having. That's why he is there, right? Of course. And Santiago thought, well, I will save money here, and then I will. I think he will. Santiago believed that he was going to work in that shop, in the crystal shop, and he would save money, and then uh, after a few days of saving, he would go. He would keep going. He would keep following his dream. But then the owner of the crystal shop told him that you cannot do that because you cannot save a huge amount of money like that in a few days, and then you can go. You cannot do that. You need a lot of money. So the owner already liked him, so he said that you can work here and you can save money. Of course, you can go, right? So, but Santiago, after he realized that he had to save a lot of money, he was feeling terrible. He was feeling hopeless. That really I have to save a lot of money because he was clueless about the world, and you know, he had two thoughts, I guess. One is that after the merchant owner told him that he can work there, well, he was happy a little bit about it because he now he could work and he could save the money, right? Of course, and then he could keep following, right, the dream and to the pyramids in Egypt. Of course, he was planning to go there, right? So second thought is that, well, okay, maybe San Diego didn't have a plan to work in that shop for a long time, but well, if I yeah, he thought that maybe I have to save a lot of money, but even if I don't save the money, I mean a lot of money, and then if I cannot go, it's okay. I will go back to Spain. I'll go back to Spain. Now I have a little bit of experiences, right? And no problem. I lost everything. I lost the sheep. I lost money in Africa, and I can go back, no problem. And the owner told me that, well, it takes time to save a lot of money like that. So, and also, as I said, that the owner already liked him, so Santiago, the owner also believed that he is a lucky man, right? Fortunately, after he claimed, right, two customers came in and bought something. So Santiago started working in the shop, and the owner also told him that every glass you sell, you get a commission percentage of every glass you sell. So Santiago, right, because he realized if he sold more, he would get more money. Even doesn't matter, right? Even he got a commission or a percentage of every glass he tries to sell. Doesn't matter. So he was thinking that how can I save more? How can I save more, right? And he decided to put a display outside of the shop so that people could see, and maybe who knows that they might want to buy their crystal glasses. But guess what? It worked. It was successful. When he told this idea to owner, the owner was kind of a lazy because he didn't sell much for a long time. And when he told this idea to the owner in the book, the owner did not like changes. But he did not like changes, but he really believed, strongly believed in Santiago. That's why he let him do it. So it was successful. It worked. They sold a lot of the crystal glasses after they put a display outside of the shop where people saw on the when they walk up the hill and they bought more of the crystal glasses. So one day, Santiago, right after it was a huge success, one day Santiago was sitting outside of the shop and he heard that some people, right, whispering each other that, hey, oh, we came up, right? We came up the hill and we're tired, we need what if we have something better to drink? Then Santiago got another idea, right? Then you can see that Santiago was always looking for opportunities, was looking for trying to, listen to people, observe, right, everything around him. So we can learn this that this is what we need in life, that we should observe, um, watch, what is happening, and so that we can do more and we can. There's always benefit to it. All right. So Santiago decided to sell tea, tea plus crystal glasses. So that combination, and then again, of course, it was successful, right? People who came up the hill started talking about the crystal shop up on the hill. Now he got a lot of he Santiago made a lot of money for the shop, and crystal, right? He also make money for himself, So more people talk about this, and they came up the hill, and they came into their shop, and they bought more crystal glasses, and also they bought tea. So that combination really worked. So we can learn something that we should be creative in life. We should be different from others. The difference between the Santiago and the merchant owner was that Santiago was proactive. He was very active. He was very enthusiastic, very positive, and trying to look for opportunities all the time and trying to make his sales right better and better. How can I sell more? His sales, right? So because they sold a lot, and the owner had to hire two employees. Santiago was not enough. It's a nice idea. So finally, of course, right, Santiago and the merchant owner, right, they became very close. They knew each other now. They were very close, and so one day they had a conversation, a very deep, long conversation. So Santiago told the dream, right, more deeply, in more detail that, well, I have to go now. I have enough money, and I have to follow my dream, right? I have to go to the pyramids in Egypt. And Santiago asked him, "What about your dream? Do you have a dream?" The owner said, "Well, I had two dreams. One was to start a business, so I started. Yay, right? He started. But the second dream that he was having was that traveling like Santiago. But the owner was very scared. He was very scared. What was he scared of? He was scared of if he really did that, if he really went everywhere he wanted to go, things would not be better, which means that things would not be good like as he imagined in his mind. So maybe he wanted everything to be perfect when he went there, but reality sucks. So he didn't want that to happen to him. That's why he didn't follow his dream. He didn't do the second dream that he was having. But when he saw Santiago looked really different. The merchant, right, the owner didn't know why, but he strongly believed in Santiago. And so, and when Santiago had a lot of money at the time, that, as I said, right, they were having a conversation now, and Santiago decided to go back to Spain. And now I have enough money, I can go back. But the owner encouraged him, Santiago, please don't do that. You are very different. I know you will be successful in life. You make my shop successful, and you have to make your dream successful. So for a while, Santiago was thinking about it. Finally, he decided he will not go back to Spain. He decided he will go to the pyramids in Egypt. He will follow his dream. And so Santiago said goodbye to the owner for everything that he did to help Santiago, of course, him. And Santiago decided to join a group because there was a group. And in the next part, you will hear that the caravan. The name of the group is called Caravan. So Santiago would join the group because going across the desert alone was very dangerous at the time. So they had to if they join the caravan, the group, and they will be really safe because the group hired bodyguards to protect traders, merchants, right? People at the time they joined the caravan, the group to sell and to trade, right? So Santiago finally decided to go. So in this part, there are lessons. There are lessons that we can learn. The first one is that Santiago was proactive. He was active for a while. He was a little bit negative, right? He wanted to give up. He wanted to quit, but then he didn't give up. He kept going. So one lesson. Second is that he was always looking for opportunities, even though the owner was hopeless, right? You can see that he tried to be different. He tried to be unique and different, and he was creative too, right? He was creative and um in life I'm not talking about being uneducated. I'm talking about you should be educated, but with life knowledges. I mean, you have to learn things from the books, but plus you have to apply them. Knowing them is never enough. We have to be creative, we have to be different, we have to, you know, we don't have to be, scared or afraid of being different and being unique and creative and um I recommend, if you like this kind of book and you will also like the Elon Musk, the author, Pomotepe, yeah, he translated Elon Musk, and go buy it and read this, and you will see all the great things and all the bad things, negative, positive things about Elon Musk, and it's really good. I like it. It's like this, and he had ups and downs in his life, Elon Musk, and how he faced and how he grew stronger again, the way that he got stronger again. It's very interesting, actually. You should go buy and read this, of course. So this is it. Uh, in the next part, you will learn so many interesting things again that we can apply in our life. So good luck. Bye for now. And if you want to join speaking class, speaking, right? Listen, if you want to improve your listening and speaking, we have two courses. One is a beginner course. The other one is an intermediate course, right? And you can join and you can learn a lot about these kind of books and you will train your ears and your mouth and to speak English better and confidently. So good luck. Bye for now.